Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 with the New Nations mod as the Tukulur Empire. In the last episode we conquered Futa Turo over here, and our name on the map immediately migrated up into their territory. So that brought us closer again to our goal of restoring the Mali Empire. We still need Linguere and Kong, either by conquest or by alliance. And that was another thing I was trying to decide in the last episode, whether to try and get them up to high enough relations where they might consider an alliance with us, or to conquer them. And I think I've decided that conquering them will be easier, and we should probably spend our Diplo points in the meantime on trying to raise the UK's opinion of us, or rather raise their relations with us, because opinion is a different thing, so that we can be a little bit safer, hopefully, from any possible attacks from them. And in the meantime, we'll be ready for our truce to expire with Wolof, and hopefully for the opportunity to attack them if their protectors, France, get involved in some sort of war. So our truce there lasts until November 1859, so a little while to wait there. Let's unpause and let time pass so that we can do that. Our military, I think, is built up as much as we can. Actually, we can build one more. Probably just an irregular will be fine. So yes, we're at minus 150 with the UK. They don't like us, I'm presuming, because we were in that war against them previously. But it will take us a long time to increase relations with them. Hopefully they don't attack us in the meantime. They could. We are relatively safe from France attacking us because we're over 100 relations with them. They would at least have to decrease relations with us before they attacked us, which is something. Okay, the UK is backing China in this crisis over Inner Mongolia. We'll see if it actually results in anything. We can go to speed 4 here as well. No interest at this time. Alright, that was the new military unit from our newly conquered territory. Oh, and Britain is... oh, well, they briefly landed some troops here. Not really sure whether I should be worried about that, or whether they just like to move troops around for no reason. Ottomans are using a demand concession CB against Nejd, okay. Or justifying one. Ethiopia looking pretty big now. Do they have cores on land around here? They do, okay. That would probably be an interesting game as well to start as Ethiopia, or rather one of the countries that can form Ethiopia. We might have another available couple of things here, yes. Go ahead and build them. Foreign trading post. Despite the obvious rightness of our country's trade policies, greater amounts of foreign goods could be useful, and elements within our administration have suggested setting up a limited trading post in one of our coastal cities where foreign ships can moor and trade without compromising the cultural integrity of the Tukulur Empire. It could be an economic boon to the area and the nation, but conservative voices warn that destructive foreign influences might further creep into our society. So we can get reduced life needs for everybody in one of our provinces, and some slightly greater militancy, and they can gain consciousness, or we can have them lose consciousness and militancy. I guess we'll just have them lose the consciousness and militancy. I think we're doing okay otherwise. Still very slowly gaining Diplo points. It's not usually the case that you're so limited on Diplo points, I think. Or at least in my experience. I usually have enough Diplo points to basically do whatever I want. Okay, our truce I think is expired now with Wolof. Oh no, it was 1859, so no, I was off by a year. That's okay. I do have France set as interesting, so we'll know if they should get into a war. Military access from Bavaria. Sure. Oh. I meant to press accept, but that's probably not a big deal either. What war is going on there? Prussian-Bavarian Brothers War. Well, good luck, Bavaria. Sorry I didn't help you, even though I meant to. Not that military access through my land is probably going to help them too much anyway. They probably want it because we border France, and actually were France even in that war? They wouldn't be, because we would have heard. In fact, that probably means we don't have the United Kingdom set as interesting. We do. Oh. I probably just don't have the message settings right then. Let's see. We want to open a pop-up window when an interesting country declares war. Okay. Request for military access from the UK. I think this might increase their relations with us. Let's see, they're 135 at the moment. We'll give them access. Yeah, 105, so that's useful. And we'll increase relations with them again. To cut Bavaria down to sides, Prussia wants to humiliate Bavaria, and Prussia also wants some land. Looks like they're not going to have too much trouble doing that. And Bavaria has peaced out, okay. More British troops here. Wanted, a statewide manhunt has been called in one of our states as police report that a convicted murderer has escaped from a local prison facility. While unsettling in itself, the news has also brought our nation's prison system to the public spotlight, fueling a national debate on the issue of crime and punishment. Liberals argue that the escape merely serves as further indictment of the dilapidated and tragic state of our nation's prison system, while conservatives point to the natural constraints on the national budget and argue that we should not spend the better part of our money on what is arguably the worst part of our citizenry. So rich strata can gain militancy, or poor strata can gain militancy. Well, we don't have much in the way of rich strata probably, so them gaining militancy is probably relatively low impact. Oh, my army's suffering attrition here. Let's not have that happen. Clergymen increasing relatively slowly here. That's okay, still pretty terrible on literacy. Probably will go for education reform next to speed things up a bit there. We're actually pretty close to getting there naturally. Only a few hundred away. And the Ottomans have declared war on Nejd. Okay. So they're trying to take this whole region. Okay, Chinese Inner Mongolia is having a crisis again. It seems that the UK is backing China. Didn't result in anything last time, but no great powers are at war this time. If the Ottomans aren't a great power, they're not. So maybe we'll have an actual crisis this time. And it's immediately over in a white piece. Okay. So, I think at this point our truce here is over, but we don't want to justify our war yet, because France is pretty likely to intervene. Us having positive relations with them is not going to stop them intervening in the war, I think. Our First Minister has been murdered, so we are losing Lord Admiral, and we're going to have national confusion for a while. Okay. Maybe we'll get a more useful First Minister this time. One that increases our Diplo points would be pretty welcome. And we can go ahead and pass a reform. So I think we'll go for education reform. We're up to 55% westernization progress. And we have a new First Minister, a true patriot. Okay, lower pig-headed isolationist, giving us lower pop consciousness. Alright. War between France and Austria. Okay, again, we didn't get a pop-up about this. I think I need to... I think we're all the way down here, aren't we? Spain accepted crisis offer. Well, either way, we didn't get a notification about it, but France is at war with... not too many people. I don't know if Austria will be enough to keep them fully occupied. I think we'll maybe keep an eye on this war for a little while. And there's also the Prussian-Austrian Brothers War, which is pretty likely to mean that Austria won't be able to give their full attention to their war with France. So I'm not sure if this is really a good opportunity. It seems like France's war is likely to end pretty quickly and leave them free to intervene in any war that we would declare, so I think it's probably safer for us to still wait on declaring anything. Okay, and France is piecing out various people. Ethiopia looking to expand further, claiming their cores. Yeah, France is probably going to go ahead and win this one pretty quickly. Maybe they didn't get involved in this one, since it seems like that one's going to go on a bit longer. Socialists have been invented in Württemberg. Okay, Ottoman's war is over. And, yep, France's war is also over. So I guess they expanded somewhere? Lombardia up here somewhere? No? I don't know. I guess my geography isn't the best. Socialists, okay, we heard about that. The rise of Sweden. So I guess Bavaria has fallen out of great power status, and Sweden has taken their place. Okay. So I think that ended up being the correct decision to not take that opportunity to declare war here. Unfortunately, much rather get it done and over with, but if we declare the war too soon and end up having France intervene, it's pretty bad for us, so I think it's better to play it on the safe side. And we should be able to increase relations again here. Ooh, Romanian War of Independence. Okay. Romania is looking pretty large. Not really familiar enough with the starting setup of the New Nations mod to really comment on what's happening over here. Oh, we have Tukulur reactionaries. Okay, let's deal with that. Probably nothing too worrying. Yeah. We'll just set our armies on suppress rebels, and they should be able to take care of it without too much trouble. So everyone is out of this war except Austria. They're probably going to have a bad time. Oh, and we can enact decisions. So let's have a look at these. We can embrace the ideal of independence or the ideal of loyalty. So that would give us lower war exhaustion, greater leadership modifier, a penalty to research points, lower militancy, and gain 5 prestige. And reactionaries will lose militancy, while liberals gain militancy. Or we can take the ideal of loyalty, which would give us increased Orgio output, lower militancy, higher consciousness, gain 5 prestige. I think we'll take loyalty. I don't like the idea of lowering the amount of research points we get. So, yeah. Let's embrace the ideal of loyalty. Every citizen in our nation exists to serve towards the greater good. It is only by acting in unison that we can hope to preserve our nation in the perilous times to come. Well, let's hope so. Discriminatory school system. The schools in Zinder are heavily geared towards supporting the small Phobe minority there, and as a result our Hausa citizens feel oppressed. We can mitigate the policy slightly, so non-accepted cultures in Outer Hausaland will gain consciousness and militancy, we can gain some research points, or we can lose some research points. The gain or loss of research points isn't a big deal either way, I think. Well, we're gaining 4.29 daily, so that's 20-ish days worth. Yeah, not really a big deal. I think we'll just lose the research points. And if it's going to be so long for if we're going to have to wait a long time for France to get into a war that's going to keep them out of intervening here, I might consider going ahead with a conquest down here. We'll have to take this land first, as I think I mentioned previously, and then later the rest of their territory. But we might do that. We are not in danger of wasting infantry by sitting at 0 anytime soon, but even if we did get an opportunity here, we probably won't need our whole army for this war, so we could probably fight both of those wars simultaneously if we had to. But we'll think about it in the next episode, because we're just about out of time for this one, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.